welcome back. When I got the Cricut Maker 4, I was most excited to try out the print and cut feature. So the first big project I'm going to do with you guys is calibrate my machine and do some print and cut. So let's go. Okay, so when we get into design space, the first thing we're going to do is go up to our account. Click on my name, so you would click on yours. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to machines. And then when we find the machine calibration, we're going to choose our device, so Maker 4, and we're ready to go. See that there's different calibrations. We're going to do the print then cut calibration. I'm going to choose my printer, and I have an Epson ET4800. So the first thing we're going to do is print our calibration sheet. So it's going to send it to our printer and print it. And remember, I am doing this for the first time with you guys, so I'm learning just along with you. Okay, so it's telling us to put it in the top left of our mat. So I'm going to take it and remove the film off of the mat and place it up in the top left corner like the directions said on the computer. Nice and smooth down. I try not to push it too hard because my mat is super sticky since it's new. And we're going to continue. And we're going to select the Cricut Maker 4. It's going to look for it on Bluetooth so that it can connect to my computer. Okay, so I do have my fine point blade already in, and I'm going to load it in. Okay, we're going to line it up in the tracks, and you can see the buttons flashing that we're going to hit, the load button. It's the load and unload button. And then it's going to scan it, and I'm going to speed it up here in a little bit so you don't have to watch all the scanning and cutting. It is going to be cutting that little square in the middle. It's finished. Okay, and this is what the computer shows. And we're going to, when it's stopped, I don't unload it. I just want to check the square. I guess you could unload it at this point because we're not going to run it again, but it's a good habit for future projects, as I'll get into. And you can see there's a lot on the top there. It didn't cut it exactly correct. So here's the tricky part where I lost part of the computer. So I'm going to show you what happens in just a moment, but it asked me if it cut it correctly. I said no, and it's going to do the fine tuning now. So it's basically cutting on every single line here, and we're going to examine the lines in just a moment. Okay, so we need to find where it cut the most on the line. So 1 through 20, and then A through, what is it? A through P? Okay, so it looks like M for the letters, and then I think I chose 10. As you can see, 10 and 11 are very similar. Don't overthink it, just pick one. I picked 11, not 10, and M. Okay, so we hit continue. So now the basic calibration is complete, and we're going to do a little more fine tuning now. So again, I printed it out and I put it on the mat as you saw. And we're going to load it in. We're going to press the flashing go. And it's going to cut out that square. Again, this is our second round. And you can tell it did cut it a lot better than the first time, so it did calibrate it a little bit. So this time I'm going to say yes, proceed to fine calibration. Last time we did no and did a basic calibration. So again, it's going to cut on the lines, and we're going to examine them just like before. So again, okay, so this is where I think I chose 10. Get zoomed in there correctly. There we go. So 10 is a little bit more in the middle than 11. Actually, 9 is probably even closer. Okay, and then the A's. We got H-I, J looks pretty close. K looks close. J and K are very similar. So again, don't overthink it. Just pick one. Okay, and then back at the computer, we're going to put in what the top lines were the closest. And it looks like I picked 10. And I think K, yeah. Okay, so we hit continue. And this time it cut that that outer square there. So we need to take that off. And there we go. And we can look at the line. It's pretty close to the middle of the black solid. I can see there's a little bit more on the edge on the right. It's pretty darn close. This is my first time, not sure if that's close enough or it's good, but it was good enough for me. So we went with it. So I'm going to say yes, cut is close enough to center, which I was satisfied with it. So I said yes. And then the calibration was complete and we are ready to try some print and cut. Okay, so we're going to go into Cricut Design Space. I just typed in stickers to look at the projects just to kind of get an idea of what is out there. Since this is my first time doing print and cut, making stickers. And of course there is lots of things you can do with print and cut that's not stickers. There's other things, but stickers is the most obvious, so we're going to start with that. Okay, so when you go to images, it's showing like stickers, words, mostly. So we kind of have to get an idea of what we actually want. So I did make this in the spring. I know it's summer now, but I think most of the stickers will still apply to now. And of course, the idea behind how to do this is still going to apply. So I was looking through the pictures on Cricut Design Space. I do have the access currently when I made this video, so I was able to use their pictures, their images, but I will do another video soon making using some uploaded images. Okay, so I didn't really like going that direction, so I decided to just start a new project. And we go over to the left and we go to images, and then we can just scroll the images and they'll go straight onto the page so we can kind of see what we're doing as we go. So I got a little more specific. Tulips and watering can. I have always loved that image for spring. Now I noticed that some of these are not, they're just like a watercolor image, like this one, it's a PNG. It's saying image is too large, but all I have to do is make it smaller and it's fine. And you'll see that some of these are kind of already ready to be stickers. And again, I am just playing around because this is my first time, so just ignore what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to look for some more images. And as you can see, there's those that look like stickers already. So we're going to select some of those. Those make it super simple. They already have the white border around them. And it's really hard to see the white border, so we're going to go down to blank canvas and we're going to change the canvas color. And let's see, we're going to select kind of a light gray, and you can really see how it pops. So you can see the big difference between the two pictures now, the two tulips. And here's another one that's already ready for being a sticker. We're trying spring flowers. And when I change it to print and cut, you can see like all the SVG type pictures disappeared. So it makes it a lot easier to figure it out or find something that is going to work for what you're doing. Okay, so here's another one that's already ready to be a sticker. Little birdie and birdhouse. And I did try out the free in case any of you did not have it, and as you can see, there's not as many options. So I will show you how to upload your own on another video. So now I'm just looking through. There are the SVGs. I wanted to show different ways to do it. So obviously we have the ones that already has stickers. We have 3 of those. And then we have, now we have 4 of them. Like I said, I did this a couple months ago, so I don't quite remember what I was doing and what I was thinking at the time. Okay, I know I'm going to pick that. So you can see this is definitely an SVG. It's words. It's supposed to be like cut out normally. So we're going to play around with how to figure that one out too. Okay, so first, starting with this one, since it does not have a border, we're going to create an offset for it. So you go up to offset, and you can see it starts out huge for what we need it for. And I'm just going to lower it down however you want it to be. So I chose 0.083. When you first select apply, it's going to make it kind of a gray color. All you have to do is go up and select color and choose white or a different color if you would like. Okay, and then I figured out I need to select it. I am going to flatten it. And what flattening it does is it's combined the offset with the image, and it's made it ready for print and cut. And you can see over there on the right that it says print then cut. Now the ones that already look like stickers already say print and cut. Okay, so the spring words, as you can see, we have lots of different images that have been combined, like a typical SVG. But we're going to still create the offset. They are attached together, so the offset will go just around those. Sorry, we'll go around all of the images that are attached, and we're going to apply our offset. So you see, I was playing around trying to figure out, it wasn't going around all of it the way I wanted it to. I did hit attach, and when I hit attach, it lost all the colors. We definitely don't want that for a sticker. So I went back and selected it all, did my offset, hit apply. And it did a black, so we're going to change it to white. And you can see there's little spots in there. So we're going to go to contour, and we're going to hide all the contour. So no matter how many there were, if we hide all the contours, it'll take all that out and make it a solid offset. And then I selected it all and hit flatten. And just like that other one, it combined the image with the offset, and it now is one image. Okay, so I like to maximize my sticker paper, and I had looked up the size that for print and cut, and it's 6.75 by 9.25. So we're going to create a rectangle here just to kind of give us an idea of what's happening. So we can kind of size our stickers based on that. So I think I make most of the stickers around 2 inches. Let's see. So just under 2 inches wide. Obviously they can't all be the same exact size, so I just made them kind of in general, similar sizes. And you can see here, I realized that my offset and my image are not combined like I thought. So I have to come back over here and figure out how to combine these. So I'm going to select it all. Size it to where I want it. And then continue to do the same with all the others. So obviously the ones that are already as stickers are definitely the easiest ones to start with. And our spring blooms. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, looks like. Okay, so I have those in there, but again, I'm going to maximize my sticker paper. So we're going to duplicate some and just add more to the page. Okay, and then again, I want to maximize it, and I have a little space down there, so I'm going to try playing around with one more sticker idea. So this time I looked for, so I think I first looked for hello, and then I did faith, just something to add. And these are definite SVGs, so I wanted to see how it would work. So of course it comes in black, but we're making a sticker. I don't want just a black sticker. You could, that's fine. But I'm going to change it to kind of a pink color. Change it to print and cut. But you can see I cannot flatten it because it's already, I guess it flattened it when I said print and cut. Okay, so we're going to apply a offset, but you'll see I cannot contour it because it is print and cut. You can't contour it after it's print and cut, no matter how hard I try. Okay, so now we're going to change that back to a basic cut. I think I first was playing around with, okay, I can't contour it, so let's just make it bigger. But I'm like, no, it needs to work, so we're going to try to make it work. And I realized what I need to do is get it off of print then cut. So we'll try a third time. There we go. Back to basic. Made it black, but that's okay. We can change that. So now we can get put our offset on, change it to white, and the contour button is highlighted, so we can hide all contours. Make it solid again. We can go back to our original and change it to pink. Change it back to pink. You can select it all and flatten it. And now we're back to print and cut. So it's best to just flatten it and not try to do the print and cut before you do the offset. Otherwise you can't hide your contours. Okay, so I like how these were all fitting on there. So I'm going to hide the square because I'm not going to actually cut that out, of course. I selected everything and I'm going to attach them to hopefully print them out in that same way. But it didn't. You can see it chose where to put them, which obviously is fine. It's not taking up any different amount of space, but I wanted to figure out how to do it. So I went back down, I selected again and hit attach, and I'm not sure if it didn't do that the first time or what happened the first time, but here we go. Okay, so that is how I wanted them all printed. It all fits on the sheet. You can see the lines there, and we're going to hit continue. First thing we got to do for print then cut, of course, is print. So we're going to send it to the printer. And you can see those sensor marks are going to be added. The one with the triangle is going to go in the top left, which is key to getting your cuts correctly. Okay, I'm going to select my printer. The add bleed I'm still playing around with. I know if it's white like mine are, it doesn't really matter. I am going to use the system dialog, which is going to bring up my printer dialog because I do need to change it to best. And we're going to hit print. Now what happens is I don't have my printer dialog. It's hiding underneath Cricut Design Space. So make sure if your printer dialog does not come up that you look for it underneath Cricut Design Space. And you can see it took me a little bit, but I did end up finding it. Okay, so I printed it and we're going to put it on our mat in a second. First, I need to find the paper. So again, this is my first time doing this. I tried the printable sticker paper. I looked at the printable vinyl, which is similar. I am still playing with all this, cannot figure it out. There's so many options here. It's crazy. So I chose the printable sticker paper clear liner. I didn't really care if I did a kiss cut or a die cut sticker. I believe this is going to make die cut stickers each time, and we'll have to play around with how to do a kiss cut next time. Okay, so I selected it, I got my tools ready, and it's telling me to put it on the mat in the top left corner, again where that arrow is pointing up in the top left corner. And it's going to scan it, and I am going to show you in just a moment what that looks like. Okay, so we got it with the top, that arrow in the top left corner. Put it in the machine. We can hit our load button, the flashing button. I think I was being too gentle with it. Okay, so it scanned it, and then I hit play or not, or go, whichever you want to call it, and it's going to check each little those sensor marks, so it kind of gets an idea of where everything is, and that is key that it can read those. So now it is cutting all of the stickers out. And I'm crossing my fingers at the time that it's doing it correctly. I did, of course, put that on a quicker speed. That's with the computer. So you can see it was still pretty fast even with it on quick. And there they are all cut out. Here's a little bit closer up. And as I start to peel it off, you can see that they are cut nicely. What I did notice though is the paper backing on my sticker liner really likes to stick to this mat. So it got torn, but that's okay because they're die cut stickers. We don't need that part anyway. So once I got all the stickers off, I can just throw away that piece that was torn. I wanted to see how it did in water. I wouldn't put it on a water bottle and put it in the dishwasher or anything, but it should work for most things that you want to stick it on. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please like and subscribe. I will get some more videos on the Maker 4 out soon. And hopefully, if there's something you specifically want to see, just let me know and I can get that up. All right, thanks. Bye.